Hi there all, Sibren here again. Thanks for coming onto this channel. I hope this video or audio finds you well and you take a lot of great knowledge and experience from it. Myself, I am a deal packager working in South Wales, sourcing great properties, building investors' portfolios. Now if you're interested, please get in touch. I will put all the details below. I'm trying to build this channel to bring you great content, experience, knowledge, everything you need to go into the property world yourself. If you please could like and subscribe, it really helps a lot. Trying to push those great stories, and I'll get some great videos out there for you to enjoy. Now thanks again for coming on. I hope you enjoyed the interview. Hi there all, Sibren and Ryan here. It's an absolute pleasure to have you all here, and I've organised this now to start to bring something new into sort of this area, getting great content for people in and around property, what they're doing, how they're going, what they're achieving, what their successes are and what their sort of bad experiences are, and the knowledge that it might help you in the future. So here we are with Ryan. He's agreed to come down. It's an absolute pleasure.
Hello.
Thanks for coming down.
No problem at all.
So first of all, tell us a bit about yourself.
So Ryan White, from just outside Newport, southeast Wales.
Yeah.
My company is LLEWELLYNRHYSGROUP, and we're basically pretty new into property.
Okay.
And invest in sort of an hour radius around Newport.
Okay, nice.
So our history really is construction.
Yeah.
Done that for about 15 years.
Yeah.
But it's just getting physically harder and harder.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because of an injury from rugby.
Okay.
And it's not an enjoyable industry to be in anymore, I don't think.
Okay.
With cost of material prices and everything else.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you've come away from being on the tools, being the hard grafter,
Yes.
to now sort of organising, sort of purchasing more property and building your portfolio up.
Yeah, we're looking at purchasing and building a buy-to-let portfolio.
Nice.
All single lets, and also we're going to spread it slightly into service accommodation.
Okay.
And possibly look at some HMOs depending on what deals I can get, basically.
Okay, nice. So, being a builder before, you've been in and around property in and all your life.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to sort of, if you're new to building, get your head around the whole process of trying to work out how much a property costs to renovate? Like, how would you come in if you were new to sort of break it down and find out how much a renovation would cost?
As new, I think it'd be a difficult task to do it yourself,
Yeah.
to work out costings.
Mm-hmm.
Even myself, I had 18 months, 2 years out of it, and then coming back to do costings for my own refurbs now, with the constant changes in material costs, and thankfully for builders, labour costs have risen as well.
Yeah.
But it's just constantly changing, so it's quite difficult to price at the moment without experience. So now I roughly know timescales and what's got to be done on properties.
Yeah.
But I still got to go to people I know that are still in the industry.
Yeah, for sure.
And to the merchants to get the costs of materials and labour. But I would, as someone starting in property, I think I'd either try and get a builder on side to do costs for you to start with, and either keep them going, or once you've worked out what needs doing, you need to get sort of a QS or someone in to do it.
And by QS you mean
Quantity surveyor,
yeah,
or there's companies out there that do pricing and that,
okay,
and costings. So
brilliant,
something like that.
Absolutely love that. That's brilliant. Thank you for that bit of information. So we know Ryan used to be a builder, and he found that the job of labouring and building got quite taxing. It wasn't enjoyable anymore. So that's when he decided to learn and invest in property himself. You know, how did you learn about property investing? Where did you go?
So I've always been interested, but I've always been, it's the old-fashioned way of buying, doing up, selling. But then I got introduced to someone that does property, and they specialised in serviced accommodation, and they actually introduced me to the different training you can get, and the different companies that provide you with the training and tell you about the different types of property investing there are. So basically took me along to Progressive Property on their flagship event and started from there, and it was an awakening, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a real light bulb moment of realising what's achievable when you get educated and know what you're doing.
Yeah, I agree with that profoundly. I think there's so many different routes, you know, you can go down, and, you know, I think we hear it a lot that they say, you know, you don't need money to start property, and it's true, you don't need money, but you do need the right education, you know, and, you know, the right people around you to sort of find that information out, isn't it? So, no, that's great. And in terms of the strategies you're working on now, what did you lean towards as soon as you found out about it?
So my thing is lack of funds for me. It's not, I've not got the big savings pot or the massive bank balance to just go out and buy. So from their flagship event, I went and did a no money down training. Teaches you all different ways, techniques, strategies of acquiring property using little or no money of your own. So we're looking at now, I've gone into this a bit more with other trading companies as well, and aiming to specialise in creative investment techniques, and that's a big thing. Even in the future, when there's money in the pot from ones I've already bought, I still want to carry on with this creative things, because I believe it can give the vendors or the landlords offloading their properties a better return through either tax savings or even over a period of time being able to give them a better price on their property. Yeah. So to me, it's helping them as well as helping me. So I just want to carry on with that.
Yeah, I like it.
So yeah,
it's a win-win sort of all around, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, it's finding those property problems and solving them. You know, you get paid for it, doing it along the way, and, you know, you're helping people out.
Exactly.
And I think if we push on that side of things, you know, it's always about trying to make the best situation for everyone as well as yourself.
Exactly.
Then it should work.
And especially with the market as it is now, it's a slightly falling market.
Yeah.
It's all slowing down, harder to sell.
Yeah.
People are trying to reduce their properties. If I can take control of their property through different ways, give them some money now, some in the future, no money now, all the money in the future, a monthly payment, and all in the future, and then give them more for their property at the end of it. Once the market's picking up again, and obviously the interest rates are a big factor now.
Yeah.
So once they've dropped, to me that's a win-win for them, and it leaves me with more cash flow to do more deals. Yeah,
no, I like it. I really enjoy No Money Down. I think it's a great strategy. I think there's a lot of education in it, but I think once you get going, it's the sort of, snowball.
And I think No Money Down, you've got, I just wouldn't say any of them are basic, you've got the more known ways of doing it, techniques of doing it. But then, if you look into it more, there's more and more ways you can get around things and make deals happen.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like that. Sort of learning the basics, and then from there you sort of advance and sort of pinpoint and start to pick at different, and then you can combine, and it sounds very confusing from a basic point of view, but once you're in it, it gets clearer, doesn't it?
But also it is quite a difficult way to acquire property.
Yeah.
Seems especially in South East Wales, because there's a lot of investors out there.
Yeah.
And the market is still going, it's slowing down, but still quite strong.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people, because they don't know of them, they think it's all too good to be true.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Or it's not legal. That's the other thing they're wary about.
They think we're trying to scam them. Yeah, there's definitely some challenges to face there.
Yeah.
I agree for sure. We've touched on Ryan being a builder, and now we're going to deep dive into how he got into property himself. So how did you sort of open yourself up to the doors of it?
So I obviously had done the flagship, and then went on to do the no money down training, which was 12 months ago next week, actually.
Nice.
And then from there I had a break because I was working away, and it was still doing bits and bobs, making regular visits to different events and networking events on evenings when I could, and then slowly started looking for deals from, say, 8 months ago.
Okay.
But still working, doing a couple of refurbs for other investors, and then just sort of dragging my heels, thinking too much about it, spent a lot of time thinking, not doing. And then in February I joined I think it was a 3 or a 5 day challenge with, it's actually with the trainer that I'd done my training with. And I haven't gone back to work since.
Okay.
So he sets you tasks 3 times a day, basically, and it really pushes you. It makes you take action.
Okay.
So we had, I think the first day was, we had to find 10 deals the first day, minimum.
Yeah.
And phone agents, and then we had to book viewings for the second day. We had to have a minimum of 5 viewings done by the end of the second day.
So you had to find 10 properties that could potentially be deals.
Yeah.
Then contact agents, book viewings with those 10.
Yeah, and do the viewings by the end of the second day.
So in 2 days you had to find 10 properties and view them all.
And you had to view a minimum of 5.
Okay.
Just within 2 days.
And that pushes you to sort of...
And it pushes you.
Yeah.
But he also is other things as well. Like he'll tell you to do Facebook posts or Facebook lives, videos, and things like that to do with the challenge. But there was people at the end of that challenge that actually made deals on the challenge.
You know, making some serious money then.
Yeah. There's people come walking away with a deal at the end of a week. And that's people that hadn't made a deal before.
Yeah. That's just the power of pushing you to do a job, you know, as a challenge, making it fun, that actually gets you to do something.
Yeah, and you've got everyone else is on that challenge, and the trainer is watching you. Yeah. They're watching what you post in that group every day, and watching your progress every day. And it's making you accountable. Yeah, definitely. But it's, as well as that, is actually giving you the instruction of what to do and how to do it. So it's teaching you at the same time. So, yeah. And that's such a great way of learning, isn't it? Yeah, and really, from that, I realised what I could achieve in the time, and I didn't go back to work since.
So this is a man, ladies and gentlemen, who has been in the building trade for how long?
15, 18 years, something like that.
15, 18 years, has stopped thinking about things, done some training, done some education, and he hasn't gone back to his old job since. So in a period of 4 months compared to 18 years of thinking, you know, obviously there was a stage of he wanted to be a builder, but then it was probably a transition out of it. So that's what a challenge can do, the power of making you do something and putting you out of your comfort zone. And he hasn't worked and been a builder since. So I just want to congratulate you on that. That's fantastic. You know, life-changing sort of scenarios we're dealing with here. So in the industry of property, there's multiple training courses, training companies you can work with. And they all sort of specialise in different areas, I would say. There's a general sort of knowledge that you can attain, but I feel like there are systems that are slightly different. So we've got Progressive, we've got PIN. Now, you said you recently done some training in PIN.
PIN, Property Investors Network. I do a lot of their networking evenings, and then I seen that they did an online course, 6-week online course in lease options, which is a no money down technique, which is one of the ones that really attracted me to no money down. I just thought it was absolutely amazing. So I seen that, and I've also done that. And over a 6-week term, and there was action set every week, and then a call on a Thursday night, a group call on a Thursday night, just to check on you and if there's any questions, and a bit of support. And you're on a locked Facebook page for 12 months as well.
Okay. For
doing that, and it's another company like Progressive. There's a lot of support in it, and very professional in what they do.
So obviously lease options you can deep dive on for hours.
Yeah.
But in general terms, what's a lease option?
So lease option, basically, you're taking control of property over a period of time. You agree a purchase price for within or the end of that period of time at the beginning. So potentially say the house is, you've got a property is 150,000. Numbers don't work on it now, but you know that the value of that house is going to rise in the next, say, 5 years. So you can offer them 150,000 for it now.
Yeah.
Or sometimes even a little bit more.
Yeah.
And then you pay them an option fee to begin with, which, depending on the situation, can be as little as £1. You just need that cash transaction to make it a legal contract.
Yeah.
And then you can pay them a monthly instalment on the way. So basically like leasing a car.
Yeah. You
have an agreed agreed price to buy it at the end. You pay a monthly fee, a lease fee, and then you pay an upfront deposit.
Yeah, I like it. Very powerful stuff. Really, really good. It isn't that aware in society, is it?
It is a struggle, because a lot of people think it's too good to be true because they haven't heard of it. It's more popular in commercial purchasing, or more known in commercial purchasing, and it's also, I think it's a little bit more known in America. I think it's more an American thing. Yeah.
No, I like it. Really, really, really great stuff. It is very interesting. Yeah. And it's definitely something to learn about, isn't it?
Yes.
If you're heading into property, it's good to know.
It is good. And it allows you to make more deals, because it eases cash flow.
Yeah, 100%. So in really basic terms, you manage someone's property. Let's say £100,000 property, you say, right, I'll manage it for £1. You might rent out and make £100 profit sort of from the rent after all expenses, but you still have to pay back that £100,000 at some point. But that can be in 1, it can be in 5, it can be in 10 years time, whatever is agreed at the time. So we touched on the history, touched on the present, we're touching on the future with education, but what are you doing right now, Ryan? So
right now we've got 2 offers in this morning.
Nice.
Both cash purchases, no money down to myself because I've got a JV partner on that.
Nice.
Potentially another 2 offers going in this afternoon or tomorrow, which are also going to be cash purchases, and they will all be buy, refurbish, refinance, and all for maximum £15,000 left in. So we've got a cash flowing property that's cost us £15,000.
That's crazy.
So it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing as long as you can find that money from somewhere to begin with.
Exactly.
And we're doing cash basically to make it quicker.
Yeah.
And it saves on mortgage fees.
Yeah, definitely.
So I've got them. Also working on a potential deal with a HMO landlord. He's got 3 HMOs he wants to offload, plus a house on Cardiff Bay, and he's actually got one in London, which I'm trying to persuade him to throw in as well. So that's either going to be lease options, or we might try and go into a bit more creative deal on that one. Obviously, it's a bit complicated to get into in a short period of time.
100%.
But potentially, lease options probably is worst option out of what I can do down there. If we can go creatively, I could probably save him a lot more money. But it's I suppose selling the deal to him. Yeah. Showing him that it's legit. Yeah, 100%. And it's possible, and this is what he'll get.
Yeah, that's one of the main hurdles, isn't it?
Yeah.
With sort of that no money down charge, it's getting over those barriers that people aren't aware of. But sounds like you're doing great things right now. Yeah, it really does.
We're pushing on, and pushing on. Just got to keep the momentum going. Get these 2 offers over the line now. Yeah. Which hopefully will go. Yeah. And then, well, we just keep pushing now to get the refurbs on these. I'll keep pushing now for probably looking at lease options and that type of stuff now for the next sort of 4 months, and then I'll start looking big for the next properties to buy. Yeah. Once these refurbs are done, and we can start getting the refinance gone.
And it starts again. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Thanks for coming down.
No problem at all.
Really appreciate that. I've had a great time. Yeah. I don't know about you.
Yeah, have a good chat. Thank you.
Yeah, really good stuff. If people want to reach out, contact you, get in touch.
There's Facebook page, Instagram page, website's going to be built now the next couple of months. LLEWELLYNRHYSGROUP. Okay. On both. Yeah. And there's also going to be links on them to the other companies with JV partners, etc.
Nice.
To see what those companies are doing as well.
Brilliant. I love that.
Lovely.
Thank you again.
No problem. Thank you very much.
Take care. All right.
Cheers. Thank you.